We sit at the back. We sit at the very back. Come on, bro.
He sounds the whistle.
You should go first. Yes, sir, that's so now.
Right, go, go, go.
Wait, add another bucket.
Kayla, you can do it.
There you go, guys, that's fine. Thanks, mate. I'll keep that. Hey there, folks.
Hi there.
When you're coming back, that's fine.
Thanks again.
Hope so.
I'm not full, but not on a boat right now.
Not on it yet.
You're going to go on one now, though, eh?
Go on it now.
How are we doing, alright? That way? Go this way. Right, what's your step?
Either way.
How you doing?
We really want to put on the bottom windows.
You can have a look everywhere.
Want to go down?
Look down there. We're outside and it's on.
Right, hold on tighty.
There.
Keep going.
Why is it tiny down here?
We can walk about. Need to stay
Oh,
Take
we're so low.
This was all empty in the wee video.
We're so low to the water.
What's nice and warm?
Go. Move.
Oh. Can you see out?
Oh, it's been close to the water.
But obviously.
That's how low.
There's big waves just splash.
Aye.
Oh, did you think that was yellow?
I'm staying down here.
The whole time? Not when you go up and see the waves. And then come back down here when you get cold.
We can't see the big wave.
We put your trainers back on and we'll go up and have a look.
No.
Will you stay here just now?
Can I go look?
I'll come with you, mate, if Dad wants to go forward. We can swap them out.
Whoa. I'm on an actual boat.
Yeah.
I made it down here. I made it down here. That's really boring.
It's not, it's good fun.
Think if the rain goes off a wee bit, we can go back up and have a look. Do both, upstairs, downstairs.
Then you like doing.
Pardon? Yeah, it's too wee one. Well, I put the eyebrow in for Dad, but you can have a zero and a Fanta.
Now just coming up over on the right hand side there, you've got that island, that's called Ellen's Isle. and it was named and made famous by the poet, novelist and historian Sir Walter Scott. He made it famous in his poetic novel The Way of the Lake, which was published in 1810. It's written in verse, it's written in 6 cantos. In canto number 1, the author describes a deer hunt down the north shore of Loch Katrine, where James Fitzjames gets lost and separated from his hunting party. He then is rescued and encounters the enigmatic Helen Douglas that lives in Ellen's Isle, hence the name Ellen's Isle. And a rough story unfolds. The rest I'll let you read for yourself, and to be honest, I'm surprised nobody's ever made it into a movie before. But it was those vivid descriptions that Scott, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, the Wordsworths, and even Jules Verne wove into their novels that inspired so many people to come here to Loch Katrine to experience those views and the views you can see around you today. This is very much the birthplace of Scottish tourism as we know it here in this little part of Scotland called the Silver Strand. Named the Silver Strand because of a beach that used to be just where the road is between Ellen's Isle and the mainland. Now there's some discussion as to whether Ellen's Isle is the largest or the second largest of the 7 islands on Loch Katrine. None of the islands are inhabited. And as we start to come into the kind of bigger expanse of the loch here, folks, you get to see some kind of idea of the size of the body of water that you're on. 51,000. Now the buildings over on the right are Litter, Agra and Straw. These were once working sheep farms and they tended about 3,000. Some people say 10,000 head of sheep in the shores of the Loch. But as you can imagine, the sheep are now gone to make way for the Trossachs forest again in our Litter, the building there with the solar green also in the hillside above, well, between Leta and Edra, you see all that white water coming in off the hillside there? That's one of 3 quite large rivers or gardens we call them. It's currently spinning about 120 RPMs at the moment to give us a good 8.5 knots. It's opening a little bit more because we're nosing to the wind. It's very much the perfect storm. We had pretty much a year's worth of rain deposited on the hills around Loch Katrine in the space of an hour, and it generated quite a lot of flash flooding, quite a lot of large landslides, and the classic was the one that you can see immediately 2 or 3 o'clock there, and you can see the kind of gaping scar on the hillside. But if you look very, very closely at what we've got in Gaia, you can see that there's an awful lot of them, some of them quite large. The hill is still quite unstable and it slips and slips again. So much material went into the loch on I think it was the 19th of August 2019. Enough material went in there to actually make the waterboard stop drawing water from Loch Katrine because there was so much silt in the water. It took about 72 hours for it to clear before the inside of the city. So the landscape around you, it's an oil landscape, it's moving, it's changing, it's dynamic, I think is the best way to describe it. And it's still very much a living landscape. There's a great view of Stobacron there to our right with snow on it and the sun. But there is a quarry, a stone quarry in the north shore of Loch Katrine, and perhaps there's some recent work there from left here, Stroke Lacher. Other than that, the details are a little bit sketchy. But Stroke Lacher is our ultimate destination today, and this is bit alongside of here. This is the way to disembark any single pair of passengers that we may have on board. If you have a return ticket, folks, we strongly advise that you stay on board. Simply because it's not the first thing that someone's gotten off so off to Scotland, wandered away into the wilds of our Stroke Lacher, looking for Marks and Spencer's or something. I don't know, but anyway, they've gotten lost and they've missed the boat basically. Today, this is the last boat of the day, and it's a 14-mile walk back, so we hope we've been but enjoy that. It's quite a spectacular place. All these houses around Stroke Lacher are really nice. So come and see. This is Fraser there, everybody at the front here. He's going to be doing these ropes as we go into Story. You'll see the crew start to disperse around the deck, ready to do ropes for us now.
You having fun, wee man?
Front of the boat we can, it's like. Does anyone want to Taz?
Where's the anchor?
Come? You can do it on your gums?
Now folks, being the first day here on the steamer, I'm rapidly running out of vocal cords or voice. So I'm going to give you a little bit more in-depth knowledge about the water supply from our chief engineer. The three gentlemen on board know him quite well, so you'll recognise his voice as it comes. But this is Ken telling us about the water supply as we approach Royal Cottage on the way back down.
This is Royal Cottage. It was built for Queen Victoria to stay one night after she carried out the opening ceremony of the Loch Katrine to Glasgow Water Supply Aqueduct in October 1859. She never sleep in the beautiful house. As part of the ceremony, 21 cannons salute was given for the Queen, and the blast from the cannons shattered all the windows. Being forced to find accommodation elsewhere, she did so in Trossachs Hotel on the side of Loch Katrine, which is now Tyne Moor. To the right of the cottage and the boathouse is a stone structure forming the entrance to the main water aqueduct from Loch Katrine to Glasgow. The idea of bringing in water by gravity from Loch Katrine, 34 miles north of Glasgow, was suggested as early as 1846 by Lewis Gordon, the UK's first Professor of Engineering. The project was later developed in 1852.
There's people up there.
Yeah, me and stuff is that.